Wow, the Australian Grand Prix was certainly something. First of all, Oscar Piastri didn't even make it to the grid before he crashed out. Literally on the lap round, he crashed out in his home Grand Prix. It was a real shame because he was starting fourth. Obviously, we're going to have to wait to see what his McLaren can do. Isaac Hadjar, after having a really good qualifying, ended up also retiring. This was a few laps in. He brought out the virtual safety car. Every team but the two Ferraris decided to pit, making use of the virtual safety car. Ferrari once again being too anal to change their strategy. Before that, there was a really good battle between Russell and Leclerc where they would pretty much be interchanging each lap of who was actually leading the Grand Prix, but no, Ferrari threw it away. Even when Valtteri Bottas retired just from the pit entrance, the two Ferraris decided not to pit. Some of the other drivers did, and then obviously they had to wheel Bottas's car away, which meant that the pit lane closed, which means they missed another opportunity to pit under a virtual safety car. In total, 5 drivers ended up having to retire. Lance Stroll did retire. He went back out. Alonso retired, went back out, then retired again. Valtteri Bottas, Hadjar, obviously technical issues. Oscar Piastri crashed. Nico Hulkenberg, I think, also had a technical issue, but he managed one lap of the race after starting from the pit lane and then retired. George Russell just absolutely flew away with it. Kimi Antonelli picking up second, Charles Leclerc third. This is the rest of the top 10. Max Verstappen made an incredible comeback, but there's definitely between first, second, third, and fourth, the gap to everybody else was crazy. And here's the constructors' standings behind me. I would say this is pretty bang on. I think maybe Red Bull and McLaren I would probably switch, but everybody else, I think that this ultimately could be what we get at the end of the season.